Well, howdy do everybody. Look at you all out there. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I hope everybody's out there metal detecting their little hearts out, finding all the treasures that we deserve to be finding as metal detectors and saviors of relics from around the world. I want to thank every single one of you for coming in and checking out GDA Q&A with Lance. I'm Lance, and this is the bi-weekly, well, not quite bi-weekly. Let's say bi-monthly. This is every 2 weeks. And I do a mini episode in between all the big episodes of the GDA podcast. If you haven't checked this out, check out the GDA podcast. I'm going to be spending the next 45 minutes just talking your guys' ear off and hopefully playing some earworms that are going to get stuck in your head for the rest of the evening. And speaking of stuck in your head, I got some news coming in from my good buddy in the UK, Luke Higgins. He's going to be talking about the news. We got a review of the Garrett AT Max coming in today. It's a little over a minute long. It's a really quick interview, a little quick review. But I'm really interested to actually try out the new AT Max. From everything I'm hearing, this thing is fantastic. With luck, maybe we can get Don Chipchase in here to give us a heads up on how that AT Max is actually going. I really want to give it a try. Now, anybody that's listening, you can call me directly on Facebook through Facebook Messenger, or feel free to call me if you're in the United States at area code 920-455-5118. Believe me, we have fixed those issues with the call-ins. Those are being taken care of. Now, I got some great news, some possibly great news that's coming up. We might be upgrading the GDA Blackadder Studios right here where I'm currently sitting right now. I'm currently sitting here staring at two computers, a iPad, a small mix board, a keypad, a mouse, and my speakers for the studio. We might be getting a little bit of help upgrading this whole thing. It's going to be fantastic. More info is going to be coming on that. So by the time we get our next show on, we might be having some brand new equipment. Not entirely sure, but we'll find out. And with every single one of you guys, we'll be, getting further and further along as the show progresses. So I want to thank every single one of you for really being being really great fans of the show, listening and going to iTunes and giving us ratings and everything else. It's helping us. It's pushing us along the lines. I want to give a big shout out to Bob Hope. Thanks for tuning in, Bob. I know that you'd be in here. You're always the first one on. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in. So what's going to happen is during the GDA Q&A, what I do is I take the time to answer any questions somebody may have. If you don't have any questions, then I'm just going to sit here and yammer on just like I've been doing now, and I'm going to be playing some great music. Coming up in just a second, we're going to be playing the Gasoline Gypsies. If you didn't hear the song last week, this song is fantastic. An up-and-coming band. These guys are really, really fantastic. I love them. They are a Southern rock and roll band. Nothing hardcore, nothing too soft. And these guys are really chewing it up out there. I love it. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Gasoline Gypsies, and we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Eddie, what are you doing?
Must have been the sunshine, must have been the river flowing by on that summer day. Oh, it must have been the cool breeze, must have been the shady trees. There must have been 100 reasons why I should have stayed. Ooh, I'm feeling better out here under the weather. Under the weather, baby. Whoa, I'm feeling so much better, child. Whoa, oh yeah. I'm feeling so much better. Under the weather, yeah. Under the weather, baby. Oh, yeah. Not feeling better out here under the weather.
This DJ is breaking all the knobs off.
I am a tool. I am a voice generated from a computer that will break soon. Black-8 shovels are not tools. They are weapons. And the ground is scared of them. Unlike me, they will be around for a long time to come. They are perfectly built. Really unlike me. Perfection. On a new level. www.black88.com.
Well, everybody, thank you for coming back in. Sorry if you're listening live, you just noticed that some of the music wasn't coming over the live stream. So I want you to know that if you download the podcast, if you subscribe to us on iTunes or the Google Store, you are going to get completely perfect audio that way, and you're not going to have that the music that wasn't there just a second ago. So I want you to go ahead and come on in to iTunes or to Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts. Check out GDA, the podcast, download, and do us a favor, leave us a comment, leave us a review. Like I keep saying, that once we get to a certain number that Dave and I have already chosen, well, Dave, Mike, and I have already chosen, we will be holding a giveaway. And, starting from the top of the list, going all the way down, we will number every single one of those reviews. And whoever lands on that number is going to be the winner. Now, exactly what's going to be in the giveaway is a secret at the moment, but it's going to be worth your time, believe me. So I know that out in the UK right now, they got the GDA UKDF hunt going on. It's, again, I think it's the third week this week or the second week. Luke, help me out here if you're listening. Let me know exactly which week this is. So far, from what I understand, nothing huge has been found. Last week, they went out there. They went out for the full 2 days, and there wasn't anything really fantastic dug up. So that's kind of disappointing. I know there's got to be something big out there. So I'm wishing every single one of the guys out there on the GDA UKDF rally all the best of luck. And I know they're going to be able to dig up some really great finds. Now, I know Sonia's out there listening right now. Hopefully she's coming in just a second. If she wants to give a call in, that'd be fantastic. If you guys haven't heard the podcast from last week, make sure you give that a really good listen to. By far the best podcast that we have ever released to date, and worth the time to actually listen to it. If you don't believe me, listen to people that are leaving us some unbelievable reviews on that thing. I was really proud of the way it turned out. There will be a slight change to the format. We're still trying to find our footing, folks. So you'll notice that the format changes a little bit here and there. But overall, we keep talking about metal detecting nonstop. We might have a little bit of music, or the podcast might be something that you might be able to listen to when you're driving on on the road, going to your permission, heading into work early in the morning, or just driving across the country with the family in the back and you really want the kids to go to sleep, you can put it in and listen to our voice and just really put them to sleep. There's nothing better than just getting them to relax in the back seat, listening to a really cool, still voice. And then you got a guy like me that just comes in and just ruins it. So, but yeah, whatever you do, however you listen to the GDA podcast, we thank every single one of you because it's you guys that are keeping us on there. If you haven't checked out our Facebook group, make sure you head over to Facebook, type in Global Detection Adventures. You'll find the Facebook group. That's the official group page of the GDA podcast. There's over 6,000 people signed up to the GDA Facebook page, and it is a constant battering of finds from all around the world. You got to find this stuff. You got to go take a look at this. It is absolutely the best single place for anybody to go share their finds. Now, we have some really good friends. They got great groups, but it seems like almost everybody comes over to ours at one point or another to share the finds. Now, I'm not patting my own back, but it's every single one of you on the GDA Facebook group that are causing this to happen. It's a safe place for you to come and share your finds. We make sure that nobody does any kind of harassing whatsoever on the GDA Facebook group. It is a great place to come share. So for the next couple minutes, I'm going to be heading on off again, and we're going to be playing a song for the guys out there at the GDA UKDF Raleigh. And so to Luke, Laura, and to Niall, this one's for you guys. This is Wet Hill. I Dug It Up.
Deep in the woods, it was ringing real good. 10 inches down with a solid sound. Mule shoe, you're so sweet. I'm gonna take you home with me. I dug it up for my baby, but he doesn't want it, no. He says go wash your hands. Look what I found underground for my baby, but he doesn't want it, no. 'Cause I dug it up. Out in a field with my ears peeled. All alone, I got a good tone. Silver dollar, you're so sweet. I'm gonna take you home with me. I dug it up for my baby, but he doesn't want it, no. He says go wash your hands. Look what I found underground for my baby, but he doesn't want it, no. 'Cause I dug it up. Under the sand, found a gold band. Big diamond ring, just the thing for my baby's hand. Gold ring, I say to myself, I'm gonna save you for someone else. I dug it up for my baby, but he ain't gonna get it, no. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Look what I found underground for my baby, they don't deserve it, no. 'Cause I dug it up, I dug it up, I dug it up, I dug it up, I dug it up.
Hey Lance, Luke here from the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine. Hope your show's going well. A Bronze Age Roman licking dog sculpture was discovered by detectorists Pete Cresswell and Andrew Boughton in Gloucestershire. It is the first of its kind to ever be found in the United Kingdom. The sculpture was found as part of a hoard. Many of the other artifacts that were recovered appear to have had been deliberately broken. So archaeologists think that the items could have been stashed by a metal worker who had intended to retrieve them at a later date to recast. The full article, pictures and a YouTube video of this hoard as it arose from the ground can be found on the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine website. And the Diggers, KG and Ringy, returned to our TV screens on the Pursuit channel with their new show, Digging with KG and Ringy. The premiere was on September the 25th, and it's the start of a 14-week run on the Pursuit channel. If your cable operator does not provide the Pursuit channel, there is full details of how you can watch the Pursuit channel and watch the show on either your mobile phone or your laptop, and that is available on the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine. If you go into the news section of the magazine and search KG and Ringy in the search bar, it will bring up an article, Digging with KG and Ringy, how can I watch? It's a great show, a lot of fun, as was Diggers, and definitely worth watching. And another fantastic story was the story of a near perfectly preserved Viking sword, which was found at the former Beamish and Crawford brewery site. The wooden weaver's sword is a little over 30 centimetres in length. It's made entirely from yew and features carved human faces, which were typical of the late 11th century. It's a fantastic find. You've got to see the pictures to really appreciate it, but very, very unusual, obviously, for an object like this to be found in such good condition, such fantastic condition. And that story is entitled Perfectly Preserved Viking Sword Found. And again, another article well worth logging on to the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine website and taking a read. And amongst many other stories that we've covered in the magazine over the last 2 weeks, we have a story of a lost city being discovered in Iraq. There's some commentary from the culture minister who described metal detectorists as unsung heroes, which is a pleasant change. There's an article relating to the culture minister's comments, and we're looking to how aerial thermal imagery is revolutionizing archaeology. A really in-depth, really good article on the website regarding that. And we cover a story of a 3,400-year-old encrusted ceramics which were discovered in Bronze Age necropolis in Bulgaria. Lots and lots of stories. For me, it's Sunday now, and I'll have been up since quite early this morning. I live down on the south coast of England. I'm heading to Essex today, to Benfleet in Essex, metal detecting with the GDA UKDF group. So if we've got a signal out in the field, Lance, we'll try and give you a shout at some point. And let you know how we're getting on, let you know what we found. Cheers, Lance, and we'll have a full news update for you for the podcast proper.
Yeah, I can't wait. I hope they can get a call in and let us know exactly how it's going out there. I'm hoping today is a lot better than it was last week. I know last week they didn't really come up with a whole bunch of stuff, but, finds were coming up out of the ground, but they're on a a medieval site, and there is Roman in the area as well, but they weren't able to break into any of that. The stuff they're finding is a couple hundred years old, which is fantastic, but it's just not going back to the dates that we're hoping would be coming out of the ground there. So, Luke, I hope you're out there. I hope you're listening in, and I hope you or Niall can get in and give us a shout and let us know how it's going out there. I got another 15 minutes before I got to get out of here. I got to go make dinner. Wife coming back from work here pretty soon. You can see I got my studio light on, but otherwise it's pretty dark behind me, and that's because the sun is slowly setting down over here in Germany. And so I'm going to head on over and talk to Julie from the UK. She just got the chance to take her AT Max out for her first hunt, and this is what she had to say about it.
Hey guys, Julie here from Detective and JC. I've been asked to do a quick first impressions of the AT Max. From the moment I picked the machine up with the new rubberized handle, I knew I was in for a treat. The headphones paired flawlessly, and I must say they are very comfortable. I turned it on, went straight into zero mode. I cranked the iron white up to 33 and then ground balance, and off I went. I was in a park on a council permission. The sounds were different to the AT Pro, and when you hit something good, it was a short, sharp, no mistaking ding. I wanted my first find to be a good one, so I waited until I was sure. Not too long, though, and I dug my first coin, only a penny, but not a bottle top. Some of the readings were a little different to what I was used to, but it didn't take long to learn, and I was off. I used the wiggle technique for pinpointing, and I was blown away at how more accurate I was with this machine. I can't wait to get out with it again with UK dirt fishing. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I keep hearing. I keep hearing about how great this machine is. I'm not a Garrett guy. I haven't been using a Garrett. I don't know exactly how it compares to some of the other ones. So if any of you out there have used one of the Garrett AT Maxes yet, give me a call. If you're in the U.S., give me a call at 920-455-5118. Just remember, that goes for the live show. If you're listening to this on podcast, it's not live anymore. That telephone number is only active when we are live on the air. Otherwise, if you're in the UK or anywhere else in the world, you can feel free to connect to me directly on Facebook and give me a call over Facebook Messenger. Get you on the show that way, and we can talk about that AT Max. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that the AT Max is really up the game on the Garrett systems with the wireless technology. But it becomes, I guess, one of those things where if you're used to one of those upper mid-range machines, or if you're used to one of the upper range machines. Now, a lot of people starting out, I don't know if that would be a machine that you'd want them to start into. You know, just jumping straight into a pretty pricey machine might be a large step. Now, as far as how Julie was saying this, you know, it does seem to be a step up for the accuracy of the machine itself. And I know that the depth, everybody that I've been talking to has reported a significant increase in the depth on the machine. So it's going to be a question of whether or not, what your personal preferences are. I have not personally used one. I do not know anybody personally that uses one. Digger Dawn, one of our good friends, I know she uses one out on the fields as well. And so it'd be great getting her onto the show to see if she can come in and give me a shout out on how that AT Max is. I'll see if I can get a hold of somebody and bring them onto the show in just a second. But for right now, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and play yet another song from one of my favorite bands right now, T.G. Copperfield, a German band. I know the singer, well, not really personally, but I met him when he was playing at a local town near me, and got him to autograph the CD. I listened to him, and I just fell in love the minute I heard their music. And so I know you guys are going to enjoy it as well. So this is T.G. Copperfield with the song Motorcycle Bandit.
socks and my dirty boots. I'm watching people passing by in tailored suits. My other check, he's got a story to tell. I'm looking like I'm coming just straight out of hell. She's sitting next to me in a shady little bar, stranded in here with a broken down car. We had some drinks and a little kiss, but now I gotta tell her something I can't. She wants a motorcycle bandit, but I ain't even got money for the train. Motorcycle bandit, shame, shame, shame. She wants a motorcycle bandit, but I ain't even got money for the train. Motorcycle bandit, shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Well, I guess I don't tell her 'cause it's looking so good. I'm gonna tell her what she wants like a good boy should. I'm a rock and roll star with a swimming pool. That lawyer woman thinks I'm just too cool. She thinks that 18 are the great escape, just a kiss away from the life she has. I know it ain't fair, but it makes her feel good. Tomorrow I'll be gone like a good boy should. She was a motorcycle bandit, but I ain't even got money for the train. Motorcycle bandit, shame, shame, shame. She was a motorcycle bandit, but I ain't even got money for the train. Motorcycle bandit, shame, shame, shame. Yeah! Woo! But I ain't even got money for the train. Motorcycle bandit, shame, shame, shame. She was a motorcycle bandit, but I ain't even got money for the train. Motorcycle bandit, shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame.
If you guys didn't tune in last week, we had a really special interview. We're going to go ahead and replay it and let you guys know exactly who we were talking to. So here's the special interview from last week.
We got a very special guest today. You know him from the Digger Dawn video series on YouTube. Make sure you check her out, Digger Dawn on YouTube. But he's extremely popular as well. His name is Diggy the Dog, and he's coming on to talk with us today. Hey, thanks for coming on the show, Diggy. So how long have you been detecting now with Digger Dawn? Oh, so you're kind of new at it. What are some of the best finds you've found so far? And you ate it? Ah, just chewed it up good. No, I bet it doesn't taste as good as Don's shoes. Now, we've been following your adventures with Don for a while now on YouTube. What was your favorite adventure so far? But if you had gone down the rabbit hole, you might have been stuck down there. Yeah, she did have you on a leash. That's true. I see. So do you have any like super secrets about Dawn you can tell us? Oh, wow. That is a massive secret. Well, you guys heard it here first, right on the GDA radio podcast, straight from Diggy's mouth. Hey, thanks for coming on the show, Diggy. Best of luck out there in your next adventures. All right, let's get back to the show.
I love that. I love that one. Yeah, Digger Dawn, like I said, is a really good friend of ours. Unfortunately, she doesn't feel like she knows enough about the machine to actually come on and talk about it yet. We're going to get her on in about a week or two, and we're going to really dig into the Garrett AT Max and find out exactly who this is good for, what is the difference, what's better, what's worse, and exactly how well it runs out in the fields. I'm coming slowly to the end. Nobody's calling in. That's fine. There must not be a lot of questions this week. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play us out with one more song. This is going to be the song from Whit Hill's husband, Al Hill, with his award-winning song from the album Willie May, excuse me. I don't know what happened there. From his award-winning album, Willie May, and the song is called Nothing I Can Do. Make sure you check out all the bands on iTunes and Google. You can find them all on there. We have the Gasoline Gypsies from their album, The Gasoline Gypsies, with the song Under the Weather. We got Whit Hill with I Dug It Up. We got T.G. Copperfield with Motorcycle Bandit from their self-named debut album that just came out a couple months ago. And their new album is coming out in 3 months in December. So make sure you check them out. They're doing that fantastic over here in Europe. And then you got Al Hill with the album Willie May. Make sure you check that out. But that's it for me, guys. We'll see you and take care. If I don't see you guys out on the field, let's dig it up, y'all. All right. So next week, yeah, I'll see you again, this time with Dave and Mike and myself.
I could write the sweetest song I could build. I've been so long, but there's nothing I can do about you. I can make a diamond stone, I could break the devil's bones, but there's nothing I can do about you. When I need a little action, you got things to do. My love's a blazing fire, baby. I met my match in you. You stand before me, you lead me on. First you kiss me, and then you're gone. But there's nothing I can do about you. Train, but there's nothing I can do